Where they go in the holes?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Something like that. You have a goldfish. You again.
We're all set.
Okay. The June personnel meeting to order. The first thing you have to do is approve the minutes from the May 10th, 12th, and 25th personnel meetings. By Dave, seconded by Brian. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Cassie, Brian and I scheduled our meetings for a rainy morning. Just for you and for Jay.
I know, I'm proud of you.
I know. Brian was doing a rain dance last night.
Thanks. I do have the first day off in 6 months on Saturday. Can you schedule me some sun that day?
Yeah, you'll get one day.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's the day before.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, we'll go right to staffing requests. We start with Department of Public Works, and we have a couple of things that work together there, right?
Yes, we do have a backfill of a carpenter 2 due to a resignation.
Moved by Dave, seconded by Sue.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried, which leads us to,
Highway worker 2 due to a promotion. This would be a backfill.
so that person is going into the
Carpenter.
carpenter position. So this is a cascade. So can we backfill the highway worker 2 position?
Move it. So this is
Second.
times 2.
There'll be another one that's, yeah.
There's another, and then another backfill to take care of that.
Okay.
So it's staffing pattern staying the same. We had a motion by Brian, second by Sue.
Yep.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. And then we have a backfill of the backfill.
Right, a backfill of a highway worker 2 due to a resignation.
Moved by Dave, second by Jay. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Carried. So that takes care of the cascade in the Public Works Department.
And do all of these maybe at once, because they're all cascade.
You want to explain that?
Yeah.
We'll start at the top.
Okay. So for public health, it is also a cascade effect here. Our WIC program coordinator resigned. So what's happening is we'll have to backfill that, which would be with someone already in the department. So then we would be asking for the backfill of a senior WIC program nutritionist due to the promotion. And then again, that senior position would need to be filled, which they were doing within as well, which would lead to a backfill of a WIC program nutritionist.
You want to do it individually or do you want to do them all in one big here?
Recommend we do them all at once.
Okay, we have a motion by Daryl, seconded by Dave.
Second.
Discussion. Okay, all in favor of all three?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay. So is it okay to have Danielle do that and explain that and move those together? Because a lot of times when there's one person either resigning or moving along,
We
we
try
get
to promote.
a cascade, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Let's go on to the next one.
Okay, the next is a backfill of the part-time assessor in real property due to a resignation.
Moved by Dave,
Second.
by Daryl. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
And we do have one other item, which wasn't on the agenda, but came to us yesterday. It's for our Veterans Department. Their motor vehicle operator, the part-time per diem person is actually resigning at the end of the month. So they wanted to fill that position.
Moved by Jay, seconded by Dave. Discussion on backfilling this. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Cover the Danielle? other business to come before the personnel committee this morning before we adjourn? Guess not. We're adjourned. Immediately following, there's a goal for you, Brian, right there. 7 minutes.
Getting there.
Just say.
One into the next.
Inflation, you know what the price of blades are?
I haven't checked.
No low May.
It's going into June.
I don't know how many blades are, I have to buy them once a year.
I figured next week I look like Dan.
Wow.
So wise,
Wow.
wise.
Just wow. Anyway,
It's
about
a week's.
so we'll call the finance meeting to order. First thing I need is a motion to accept the May 12th minutes, moved by Dave O'Brien, second. Passing. All in favor, say aye.
Hi.
Carried. Okay, first of all, we had our ACC meeting to give you a short update. I'll do that, but I got a couple extra actual copies if anybody wants them of the budget. So we're gonna be getting together later here, throughout the summer and fall and discussing not just their budget, which is up just 2%, but we're gonna get together in groups and figure out if there's a change really wanted between the two counties as a new apportionment and how the college is paid for. So now we face it off students. We have an opportunity to go where we base it off evaluations of the counties. Which of course their county is evaluated a lot more, but at the same time, they want to change the total percentage of about up to in the 15 to 16% range. I don't know the exact number. And coming from the Warren County budget officer, and Dan was included in this back when they started talking about it, and I wasn't, so I don't know all the particulars yet. I'm still learning. The Warren County budget officer said in the meeting that it was 1.2 million total of increased money from the counties. So he thought it was a 700,000, 500,000 split approximately. So once that's built in, our new number per year would be about, I'm guessing around 40 grand per year, whereas this year it's 31 or 2,000. So just to put that out there, that's what we discussed. That's what's being looked at. And at some point, we're going to have to see if Warren County really wants to do that, to see if we really want to do that. And the main objective of this was to keep the tuition for the students there below what the TAP grant is, so that anybody can afford to go there in the whole region. So that's the whole goal. So I just wanted to put that out there because of the amount of people that were at the meeting.
My takeaway was that throughout the entire state, the average county contribution was, 17%, and we're at 14%. They were trying to get us up. To the,
Yes.
That's what the real focus here was. They were trying to get us.
That's what the focus is, but the problem is there's already, I don't know if it's half, but there's a good percentage of them are over the cost of tuition above what the TAP grant is. They're still below it, but they want to stay below it, and there's no way to stay below it without upping that percentage at some point. And so that's what the goal is. And at the same time, the chargeback could increase to Saratoga, where they would pay actually a lot larger portion.
But the number they came up with was based upon us going from where we are to the state average. That was the delta. That's what they got us.
That's where they're trying to get to, but
Right.
what's behind that is to stay under that TAP grant. So it's all tied in.
What's behind that is they want to get more money.
Well, if they don't get more money, they have to go above the grant. That's the problem. They don't have.
Apparently they have a lot of money. Aren't they spending like $5 million on athletic fields for a community college?
But I believe that's donations from the foundation, not from the taxpayers.
Well, money's fungible, right?
It might be
So they
fungible.
have a $5 million field, but they're poor on the other side.
Yeah, you can't always
Yeah.
move from side to side, just like we can at the town. We
If
can't
there-
take money back from our highway
If
department.
there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, and so that's where they're looking for is the way. They're trying to keep it affordable. So anyway, that's just the update there. Sue, do you have anything that you wanted to add to that?
No, I think both captured for essence of.
Okay.
So, you know, I'm listening to them, it's a different picture than it was 2 years ago.
Yes,
And they are really used for providing services to the community. And they're separating K through the peer, and they're being implementing that. And there actually have been advertisements on the TV, encouraging people to call Ken Mitchell and Denise at one county to go through SUNY. So there's some good things that they're providing.
I'm glad you mentioned the peer-to-peer because I forgot that. That's a good deal because it wasn't being handled the way it should be. Now they've come together and cemented that. It's a good job.
I often wonder about, if you look at their stats, you know, they go to a full-time employment or FTE for their, how they do the percentages. Yeah, if you look at the adult accreditation and how many kids actually get a cheaper education by starting in high school. And then the part-time students, and that's not really ever taken into consideration into the percentage rate, right?
Well, that's how they get to their full-time, that's how they get to their full-time equivalent.
Right.
They take all those into consideration.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a mess.
Are they getting less state aid?
Yeah, all the time.
Why?
That's what the state does. Just like they do to us.
As a percentage of their total budget or total dollars they're getting?
They said they were $500,000 lower was what they stated at the meeting.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you see right here.
Yeah.
Both. So
And so our
University
big,
of New York and Adirondack is receiving less state funding.
so our bigger issue is actually to get to our state representatives and say, hey, it's time for the state to pony up too. That should be
Even
happening.
if they continue to pony up at the same rate percentage that they had historically, we wouldn't have to pony up more at the local level.
Well, if they ponied up to what is actual the law and how they fund it, it would be a lot cheaper, but they're way below what their portion is, yeah.
I mean, it's down.
They haven't funded it in years. Although I've been here, they haven't. Yeah,
Actually, at the Small Business Toolbox, Dr. Duffy came to that. And also, our Assemblyman Matt Simpson came. And so I took Matt up and had him sit next to Dr. Duffy. And Dr. Duffy and her wonderful, the exchange was very interesting. So I hope they had 45 minutes to talk about why the state is not.
No, what could Matt Simpson do to control any of that?
Well, the conversation has to happen.
it's the state,
He doesn't have any control over that.
no, but the Assembly and the Senate are the ones who would have to pass that funding.
That's right.
Yeah,
State
and
University of New
he's a
York.
member of that, so he would have to, but it's gonna take the other side, there's no question.
They have to start that conversation.
That's the conversation she should be having with our governor.
Anyway, I just wanted to bring it up for the people that weren't there because there wasn't a huge participation from us, and so I wanted to. Okay, Larry is here. He spent just enough time, didn't he? Okay, so Larry's gonna update us on union negotiations. So Roger's gonna tell us why we might go into executive session.
If you vote to do so, you may discuss collective bargaining negotiations.
So moved by Dave O'Brien, is there a second to go into executive session? Moved by
Second.
Sue. And Daryl. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.